Hey everybody, how y'all doing this evening? I am doing so fine. I'm just in this kitchen getting ready to make a salad. Just felt like chatting with y'all for a few minutes. Just about, grieving. I recently lost a family member. And it's never easy when you lose a loved one, whether it's a family member or a friend. And, people grieve in their own way. And for me, after going through such a difficult past 2 years with COVID and everything like that, just barely getting over the stress and anxiety of that, and then turning around and losing a loved one, it's like you hardly have time to heal from one thing before something else happens. I find that has just been the case for so many people over these past few years. And one good example of that is going through a couple of years of COVID and then falling right into a war. It's like you don't really have time to heal from one thing before something else sets in. And, for a lot of people, it's hard on their minds. It's hard on their mental state of being. And people respond differently to things, Some people get counseling. Some people go into depression. Some people try to not let things sink in and, so that they're not so bothered by things. I'm kind of like that. And some people pray. I do pray. Yes, Lord, I do. Some people talk it out. How do y'all handle just life when so much is coming at you all at once and then you lose a loved one? It's just not easy. So, I would just like to give an encouraging word to somebody out there. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I just turned on the camera and started recording. If you're going through something and you're finding that it's a little hard to bear, I think talking it out with somebody is such a good idea. Sometimes all you need is somebody to listen to you or somebody to give you a good word, a good word of encouragement. A good word of encouragement is like medicine. Like, it really is. Surround yourself with positive people. Don't try to be like Superman or Superwoman. If you're going through something, you're going through something. If you're having a hard time coping with loss, or if you're grieving, or just, you're sick of COVID, whatever it is, fill in the blank. If you're going through something, find a good, healthy way to cope with it and to deal with it. Talk it out, because you don't want to end up with anxiety and panic and things like that, because it can build up and turn into something like that. So I think the best thing to do is just get help if you're going through something and you don't really know how to deal with it, or if you feel like it's taking you too long to get over something. Find you somebody that you can talk to, talk it out, write it down, pray about it. Whatever, For me, when I got the news of my uncle passing away last week, it was very sad. I'm very saddened by it. But when I got the phone call, God in all of his goodness saw to it that I wasn't alone when I got the call. A family member had stopped over and we were chatting. And she got the phone call and she shared the information with me. And while we were sitting there talking and I was trying to absorb it, the power went out in the house. And it kept coming on and going out. Finally, it stayed out for a few minutes. And I thought to myself, if I didn't have this company here with me, I would be in this house just having received this bad news and just having to deal with it all by myself in the dark. But that wasn't the case. My cousin was here, and we kind of went through that moment together. Power came back on, and you know, someone was with me. Sometimes it's comforting just to have somebody with you to go through things with. If you have a good friend or a family member that you love or trust or that you just like to hang out with, and you're going through something, maybe y'all can go out to lunch or, you know, something like that. Just find ways to be better, I guess is what I'm saying. If you're having a hard time dealing with something, you know, do what you need to do to make yourself better and forget about everybody else, what anybody else might say or think. You just do what you need to do to get better, okay? I cannot resist these pickles. They're so good. Anyway, we're going to be laying him to rest this week. And it's very sad, but I'm thankful that I'm okay. I'm handling it okay. I'm very, very grateful for that. I think going through so much over the past couple of years with COVID, and I lost a few family members along the way, and a couple of friends. My very best friend passed away, and that was really sad. I didn't handle it so well. I thought I was handling it well, but really I wasn't. I was just trying to be superwoman and, you know, just trying to be strong for everybody. But that moment did come when I finally broke down and just went into a serious situation where I had anxiety and panic. It was just too much. Loss of life, sickness, and things going on in the world. It's just too much. So I unplugged from the news for 1 year, and I don't regret it for one moment, because the media gives you an abundance, or the news will give you an abundance of bad information day after day, week after week, you know, hour by hour. You can just turn on the TV and put it on the news station, and you will hear some bad news. You just will. And you'll hear it first, and you'll hear it over and over and over and over. It's just repetition. You're constantly hearing horrible news over and over and over. So I unplugged from that. I turned that thing off. And it was the best thing I could have done for myself. I started just kind of, it was a process for me to get over, you know, having lost my two friends and some family members, and then just everything about life changed when COVID came, you know. So much changed. There was just so much that changed. And change all by itself was already hard to deal with. But then you put in all these sad things, and then they're super hard to deal with. Well, I can tell you, if you live long enough, time really is something that does hopefully heal all wounds. Some things just take time. Sometimes you're not going to get better immediately. You're not going to get over a situation immediately. But day after day, you work toward it, and eventually you get better. So time, it can be your best friend when you're going through something. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to be human. You know, read some good books. Get up and leave your house, go somewhere and do something. I think one of the worst things you can do is when you're sad or going through something, is just sit in the house in the dark, or not even necessarily in the dark, but just don't go anywhere, don't do anything. You're just inside your thoughts. Go out and do something. Go out to dinner, go hang out. You know, go to Starbucks or whatever your thing is. If it's tea, go to a tea house. You know, whatever it is, you fill in the blank. Do something to help yourself along the way. Sing a song. Singing can really lift your spirits. You know, reading books, talking on the phone, praying, reading the Bible, whatever it is, you know. Find something to do that will help you get through it and get over it. And as I remember my uncle, this week and into the weeks and months ahead. I'm grateful for the good memories. I'm grateful that I have pictures of him, you know, out on the grill, grilling a little bit of this and a little bit of that for the family. You know, my uncle, you know, my father's brother. I do miss him. I'm going to miss him, but I'm going to hold on to the good memories. I might as well, right? So anyway, I have made a big old fat salad like I always do. Y'all, my salads are usually just atrociously huge. It's like when I eat a bowl of cereal, I can eat the biggest bowl of cereal when I have cereal. But I have a big old fat salad here, which I'm not done with because I still have to put some croutons on it. I'm going to enjoy my salad tonight. I'm going to maybe watch a black and white movie or try to practice a little bit on my keyboard. I'm trying to learn how to play this thing, and it's slow. It's slow and go. But I'm doing a little bit here and a little bit there. And, you know, just try to make myself busy so I'm not just, you know, lost in my thoughts or whatever. This salad, this salad is so big. Put a little bit of lemon pepper on here. Yes, I love black pepper. And this is going to be wonderful. So anyway, for those of you going through, or maybe you're grieving the loss of a loved one, I would say to you, it's going to be okay. Hang in there. It's going to take some time. You will have some good days. You will have some bad days. But you'll get through it. You'll get through it and over it. It's like when you're in a valley. The only way out of a valley is to walk up out of it. You got to walk it out. So hang in there. Do something to encourage yourself. Treat yourself to some ice cream. I bought some ice cream tonight. Whatever you need to do to help yourself stay lifted up, go ahead and do that, you know. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful evening. I am going to enjoy this wonderful, humongous salad right here. And then I'm going to go play my keyboard. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye.